Boy, right now you tuned in to West Coast Battle Media. If you want to see media about battle rap, make sure you log on West Coast Battle Rap Media, you heard?
What's up, man? West Coast Battle Media, man. We here, man. You see all the people about here, man. Lines is long, man. We out here, man. What's happening? You see you got Clutch out here, man. It's around the corner.
Mountain Day. Proud of my niggas. Speaking of which, the West slept shit yesterday.
Talk that shit.
You know this niggas ain't bringing up nothing in the battle rap groups. Niggas ain't brought up nothing about it.
They trying to forget that. They trying to forget it, man. You see, you got Danny, man. Boy, God, man. Yak, man, out in this motherfucker, man. We out here, man. Dave. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Geechee, man. What you talking about, man?
Geechee.
Geechee? 2-1-3-0. Which one are you talking?
2-1.
2-1?
I think Abby.
Okay. Rum Nitty and DNA, man.
I'm gonna go 2-1. I think DNA might edge you. Even though we in the West, I ain't biased. I just, you know, what DNA just did at last event, first Big Cannon.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna come and show out. You know, he's good for that. He's consistent.
Yeah.
I'm gonna edge it to DNA in a good battle.
Okay. Next one, man. We got Danny and Gluezy, man. What you calling that one? Danny 3-0?
Danny 3-0. Either or God. 3-0. I mean, Gluezy nice though. You know, he was dope at the versus Geechee. He was dope, but he's just experienced, man. Like what's his name? Danny Myers is just too fucking good, bro. He a legend, man. He going to school him one time, you know. Gluezy gonna be better after this battle, yo. You know what I mean? But yeah, I got Danny.
I heard that. Next battle, man. Let's talk about Ill Will and Shock and Suge, man.
Shock and Suge. 2-1. Ill Will gonna show out 3-0.
Okay.
I think that might be battle of the night.
That one right there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Surprised, like that one they gonna go back and forth. The bullies, you know, like you know what I mean? They gonna fight.
I heard that. Shit, next battle, man. JCT time, man.
JC 2-1.
JC 2-1. Strong 2-1 or just an edge?
Yeah, he want Lux, man. So I think it's gonna be an edge though, cause T-Top is dope. You know what I mean?
Okay.
He's nice, but he a good angler. You know what I'm saying? So he gonna get one. But I think JC too hungry like for Lux. He gonna have to come and show out.
I heard that. Main event, man. Tay-Rock and Disaster, man. What you talking?
2-1 either way in the classic. I can't call it, man. I like Rock, man, but I love Diz. You know what I'm saying? But it's gonna be epic though. Can't even say who though, you know? 2-1 either way. In a good battle. I'm just looking, I just want to see a good one. And I'm sure, I'm confident I will.
I heard.
West Coast Battle Media, Nico, salute, man. Thank you. This is my first one. Nobody ever asked me to predict shit, bro.
All good.
I said Rock 30.
30?
30.
What type of nigga? You know where you at right now?
Yes, I know exactly where I'm at. I'm on the West.
You in the West, nigga.
I say what I want.
Fuck out of here with that Tay-Rock shit, nigga.
Hey, y'all can hate me now.
I ain't gonna say this 30
when
though.
The footage drop, y'all gonna be like, hey, bro.
That nigga,
Gotti though 2-1 though.
That nigga's gonna need like 50 seatbelt lines to beat that nigga Diz today, bruh. He ain't doing it.
He probably got him. You know who he battling? The pressure on Diz.
I hope everybody who sees this shit, see who said this shit, Rock 30. Kill this nigga.
Kill me.
So what you see right here, this is one of the ones who's gonna be making the bomb tacos. Talk that shit. Where we at? What we looking like? Okay, I see y'all. Hold on. Look at this. Look at the whole setup, y'all. It's real over here. Y'all better thank the queens. I'm about to keep y'all supplied today.
It's your boy Mitch Rich, local legend. Rock with West Coast Battle Media. For all the gear on the latest, @local_legend. Yes, rock with us, man. Legend.
Legend, man. Y'all see it right here. on, man. We here
I
with
think
the
that was
King
my favorite
Triz,
battle
man.
night.
Talk about it, man.
I Excel was fighting
Downtown LA, Traffic 3.
Yeah, you have the battle of
Boy,
the
Triz right here.
No. You had the battle of the night.
in.
They had to fight it all.
E-Dot, EK,
Because
How you call that?
Fire.
Steve is everything to me.
I'm kind of edging E-Dot 2-1. That third was something special. He was talking, even though he wasn't really talking to EK,
Stu had the biggest rule shakers in the event.
he fucking, to say that shit that he said, it kind of smacked
Norbs and
everybody about the politics of the game, nigga. That shit was fucking flames. What was the second battle? Danny and Blue.
Yeah.
I think I edged Danny 2-1, the second and third.
It's Blue.
How you
Came to the West Coast to the fucking fool.
Blue did that.
Blue came and really fought Danny on some top level Danny shit.
Yeah.
I feel like Blue edged it 2-1.
I feel like Blue third was kind of short. Danny kind of edged that round. I gave Blue the first, gave Danny the second. That third, like
Or it's either way.
It's either way.
It's either way,
It's a 2-1 either way. I'm
for sure.
leaning a little bit towards Danny. Not major, the slightest edge. And then,
That's the thing I wanted to see battle tonight.
and then we just
That
seen.
nigga, he supposed to be on his card on the
We just
winning
seen Av and Gotti. That shit was special, man.
Bro, that shit was something. Av versus Gotti, bro.
That shit was special.
Av versus Gotti.
Talk
The
about it.
battle that you niggas didn't think was gonna be, you know what I'm saying? They excited, bro. That shit, man. Av versus Gotti.
I got Gotti first round clear.
Clearly.
Clear.
I got Av second round clear. And then I got Gotti third round edge.
I got Gotti all three because the rounds he won them strongly with conviction. Av had too much filler tonight. I
He
see
was
Av.
talking that
I see.
shit.
I
That
see.
nigga
I thought Av was
preaching
gonna.
in the third.
I thought Av was gonna come punching hard.
He was punching, but
He
like
had too much filler.
The thing is, when you put them punches up against the real shit that Gotti was talking in the third,
Gotti was punching his fucking
he was
ass off
punching
tonight.
too.
No, you ain't never seen Gotti punch like that.
No, I'm
Say
saying,
that.
no.
Say that.
And I'm saying that. What I'm saying is, the third round, when you compare the round, fuck the whole battle. You compare them two rounds in the third, you gonna look at Gotti shit, you gonna feel every line the nigga was spitting. Av, it was hit and miss with punches. If you want the punches, yeah, cool. You can like that. But if you a real nigga, the shit that Gotti was talking, that nigga took us to church, man. Real talk.
I heard that, man.
Next shit about to start, I think, who up right now? I think it might be JC and
Sugar Ill Will. Sugar Ill Will.
Sugar Ill Will.
We outta
Sugar
here.
Ill Will, man. We about to go in here. We'll be back. Let y'all know how.
Niggas do that one line, the crowd react, and then they say they started over and just running. It'd be different if I choked. I didn't choke. All I did was say, let me reiterate my point. And niggas, if it's because of the fact that they was here too long,
He was talking about the politics and they wasn't
I'm telling you. Somebody
already heard it coming.
Nico.
They already heard it
Vouch for
coming,
me.
smacking them
When
already.
niggas on that stage, bro, they do their thing. Where I decided to go back and I didn't choke. I just reiterated what I was saying.
Facts.
But that's what everybody do in battle rap when they on the main stage.
Yeah, but like,
Now let me tell you this.
Maybe it wasn't my place.
No, it wasn't. You always tell me this. This comes from a female change of mind. When you got those that are on that backing you up in a situation, it's always going to happen if you're doing your part. In a sense. You feel me? Do you understand it?
Right.
Regardless of whatever else do outside the box. You feel me? It is what it is.
All I'm
So
saying-
take that. Don't trip. Bounce back. Don't even worry about it.
That I'm gonna be honest
It's
with you.
given
That
for
shit
what
was
it
big,
is.
nigga. That shit was big. That shit was big right now. Whatever
no,
that was
it was
big.
super
That
fucking
ain't nothing
big.
minor.
you had some shit.
It is
But
super
they-
big. Nigga,
I'm gonna be honest. The way I got the react, it was like niggas was waiting for a reason to get me out of there. They was waiting. They was like, as soon as this nigga say something wrong, we turning on him.
No, but you have to respect. No, it's not that.
I gotta wait till the
that
crowd
too,
die
but you have to
down.
respect the crowd.
I gotta wait till the crowd
Request.
die down.
So the crowd's still
I
a certain
can't
type
rap
way.
over 1,000 niggas
Due
screaming.
diligence, seniority, and respectivity.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Bro, that ain't never happened with a battle. 30 battles.
You heard that one. I'm telling you, you put rock, bro.
No, we understand that. That's no given.
Your battle, get your
Politics right now.
Then
There was a squad that could back up the card.
Then tell them about the website, different things. For some reason, from when I looked at it, that lost them in the beginning.
Well, that's
I'm
because
watching
Smack
the
didn't want to give me
Blackberry.
the time to introduce myself.
No, but I'm saying you could have still done that at the end of your round. He wouldn't have been able to
And whose
stop
crowd
it.
is
He
it?
wouldn't have been able to stop it.
Who Smack
So
crowd
that's
on
it. That's all I was going to say. I know you.
No.
I know you.
1,000.
So,
Dog, I didn't get nowhere in my verse.
So was it 1.1?
1.1.
and you been telling her that's already now that is officially a slogan. That's a slogan. You can turn that into something. You can turn that into something.
Don't you ever forget that shit.
You can turn into some hats and some shirts.
What, 1.1 million? Yeah.
That's why you
But that's why I stopped the rewind. I need a blunt. You got the blunt. I want to smoke. Any nigga who know battle rap, know once the crowd show you love, you run that back for them. And then when you run it back, they say it with you.
Just a step further.
I'm just not a nigga that's blessed to do everything that other battle raps do. We just gotta be real with that.
Fuck that shit, man.
Boondog's got a higher mountain to climb. You gotta understand that as soon as y'all don't understand, the same thing happened at the Rum Nitty battle. Remember, you was there.
No, I had to be
Let me
there.
brief. Watch this. The same shit happened when I battled Rum Nitty. You know why? Because nobody promoted that I was gonna show up. Niggas don't like surprises with niggas they don't like. I'm not the nigga that they favor. So when they found out Boondocks is the surprise battle, oh fuck that. You didn't promote it.
Flip it to your advantage.
I did. Look, I'm gonna be honest. I'm not mad. I'm not surprised. I live the real right now. I said, oh, damn, nigga, this shit's deeper than I thought it was. As far as where I gotta come from to get my love, like, just be real. I started my round, they was getting my shit off. Once I saw they gave me love, I did what any other battle rapper do and say, nigga, I'm gonna run it back, drop that line. By the time I get back to that, it'll be different if I got halfway through my verse and then say, okay, I'm gonna start at the beginning. Bruh, I wasn't even out my first 6 bars. And I ran it back, and it was like they turned up. And at that point, once they screaming, it's like, okay, you can't over talk them. If you try to over rap them, that's gonna be
Look, we 100, because niggas wanted to get to the disaster battle off top. That's what I'm saying. To be 100, bro, I ain't gonna that shit was low-key set up, my nigga. Because there's no way niggas snap like that. There's no,
I've never seen
no
that
reason.
before, nigga.
For no
that quick?
For no reason.
Oh, I'm like, I didn't even say nothing whack, nigga.
Bro, that was
I think it was just a thing that it's just because you kept running back the view thing, so they trying to make a joke.
Nah, but bro, when you a battle rap, you gotta start somewhere. You gonna forget your fucking round.
That's true.
I gotta keep starting where I left off, or else I'm gonna be lost in the mix. Like,
they peeped the whole thing because I promise you, my nigga, Smack is usually ASAP on the mic, like hold it down, get a nigga
he did,
respect.
bro. I had to tell that nigga. I said, you the MC of the night, nigga. It's your job to control this crowd.
That's how you know.
I told that nigga to his face, like, you the MC. I'm hearing you, bro. But that's what I told her. I said, you the MC, nigga. You supposed to control these people. It's your event. Nigga ain't step in for me. Like, okay.
He wasn't there.
That's cool. I got paid. They paid me. They paid me tonight.
The nigga was just chilling.
I was watching the
He was chilling.
I was looking right at the nigga.
Like you said.
Because I was looking at the nigga.
Hold on, man. Let me go talk to Act.
This way you supposed to
That's
step
the
in at,
case.
bro.
We're not gonna.
Go get him?
Go get Act. Go get my.
Man, what's going on, man? West Coast Battle Media, you already know the face, man. Talk to the people real quick, man. Man, talk that shit about tonight, man. Who is the standout performer in your opinion, man?
Abby
Gigotti. Battle of the night?
Clear. Boy showed up, man.
Who won the battle, though?
Debatable. They were both on 100. Geechee won the war. You know what I'm saying? He rose to the occasion. You know what I'm saying? I don't think the battle was supposed to be as close as it was. And it wasn't that Ab was weak and no shit like that, like Ab did what he was supposed to do. Geechee motherfucking like rose to the occasion every round. You feel what I'm saying? Shots fired.
I heard that, man. Let me ask you a question, man. We had the surprise battle of B-Dot and Emerson Kennedy, man. How you feeling about that one?
Fire. B-Dot a good wild boy, man. Good wild boy.
Talk about that third round.
Oh, you're wild. This nigga ain't give no kind of fucks, man. But also a debatable battle. I personally, in the building, I got Emerson Kennedy 2-1. But I can see me that win too. Like I gotta watch it back a few times, see how I feel. But both them boys is cooking.
Okay. I heard that, man. So main event, man, Rock and Diz, man. How you feeling about that?
It went exactly the way I thought it was gonna go. I said beforehand it was gonna be a preference battle. So a lot of niggas gonna look at me like I'm fucking stupid. They don't like disaster. And honestly, I feel like they both could have been better. It's a decent battle. They both could have been better. Rock was decent. Diz had good material, but the flow sometimes was in and out. They both had moments. You know what I mean? But it's preference. Like, you don't fuck with disaster, you gonna say Rock Creole. If you fuck with disaster, you probably gonna say he got it a little bit. Rock got the third.
So let me ask you a question, sir. Billy Boondocks, man. We
talk about that.
1.1 million, man.
I don't talk about that.
Was it just the bad placement was?
Billy was Billy. I don't want to talk about that.
Oh man.
That shit's irritating. I don't have no kind of.
I hear you.
I'm saying you got all these opportunities and you don't utilize them to your advantage. I don't want to hear no lie. I don't want to hear that. All you had to do was keep rapping. That's all you had to do. Say some fire. Good. Say some bullshit. Nah. I don't know what he's doing up there.
I hear you on that, man. But shit, man. Go ahead and sign us out real quick.
We can get through everything though.
What's the other? Hold on.
Rum Nitty DNA.
Who'd you have in that battle, man? Was it a body bag, man?
It was not a body bag, but it was a 3-0 in my opinion. I'm hearing some
in favor of
Rum Nitty.
Okay.
I'm hearing. Someone just told me they felt DNA won. I don't get it, but you know, he definitely did his shit though. You know what I'm saying? But Diddy was. I felt like he wasn't even trying. He was just spitting that crack.
See,
I got Diddy on that one.
See, Ill Will and Suge, I believe. Ill Will and Suge. There we go.
Could have been better. I missed most of Suge's third, but I think it was probably Ill Will edge in the battle. It was alright. It had moments.
I heard that. Let's see here. We have T-Top JC.
Alright, man. I'm JC Bias. I got T-Top 2-1. Gotta watch it back. I'll probably come back with a JC 2-1, but in my heart of hearts, I know that T-Top won that battle. But it's a good thing, though. You know what I'm saying? JC learned from this. Just like T-Top learned when he battled Goods, you know what I'm saying? So when you see him again, there's gonna be something else added to the arsenal. He's gonna be unstoppable.
That's a fact. That is a fact, man. Let's see here what else we got on tap, man. Well, we missing anything, man? We had Geechee Ab. We talked about Rock and Diz, Ill Will Suge, Nitty DNA, JC T-Top, B-Dot. Oh, Danny Myers and Gleezy. There we go.
That was a close battle. It's good. First round to me is the closest round. I feel like Danny convincingly got the last two, but I can see people saying Glue won. You know what I'm saying? He was doing his shit. They were both doing their shit. You know what I mean? Straight battle. Yeah, I got Danny 2-1 in that one.
I heard that, man. So let me ask you this, man. What's next for you, man? We see you over here in the West putting in the work, man. Putting in work over there in the East, man. Where we gonna see you at next, man?
Oh man, you know what? You know, man. If it's in town, I'm with it. You know what I'm saying? If I ain't working, I stick work for this. You know, I get my chips up. I like get out east again. You know, some shit I want to see that. More the same. You know what I mean? My goal next year, 2018, I'm trying to get every call. I'm trying to get on every main drop call.
I heard that.
See my shit on there.
Talk that shit.
That's my goal for 2018.
Talk that shit, man. So,
I got gnomes on lock. You know, so I'm trying to get that Summer Madness. I'm trying to get all that.
I heard that, man. So officially now, man, go ahead and sign us out, man.
You know what I'm saying? What they saying? Representing that West Coast Battle Media, man.
Yo, what's going on with y'all, man? West Coast Battle Media, we are here. This is the official in the building recap for Traffic 3 Day 2. Man, this card right here, this day 2, man, it exceeded expectations. I know a lot of times we say, well, it lived up to expectations. Can we really get what we really want to get up out of here? Man, people brought the A game, man. They didn't take this like it was a day off. They didn't take this like this is just some vacation. Let me just go ahead and bullshit. These niggas came out here wilding, bruh. Wilding. We're going to go through each battle, man. We're going to talk about how each one went and give you the perspective of how it felt being there in the building. Feel what I'm saying? So let's go ahead and talk about it, man. Shall we? So the first battle of the night, man, we have B-Dot versus Emerson Kennedy. This was a surprise battle. Everybody in the building was shocked. You know what I'm saying? I could hear people like, oh man, B-Dot on URL? B-Dot's on URL? And Emerson Kennedy, he's been gone for a minute, man. Definitely a dude who is very, very dangerous, man. You're talking about one of the best battle rappers, period. I don't care where you're talking about, one of the best battle rappers, period, in the game. And to have him come back for a battle like this, you know it was a big deal, man. So when they finally announced that and get on stage, everybody has the murmurs who they think's gonna win. First round, B-Dot comes out. He's wilding in the first round. B-Dot was really cooking in the first round. He had a lot of haymakers. The crowd was very receptive to B-Dot early. He was really going through his material very well, delivering everything very well. Going into EK's first round, man, EK was leaving Earth as well, and I gave him actually the first round. I gave EK the first round. I felt like his first was just so crisp. He was just on point. He was really I mean, the bar, the setups, then to come to the punch, it was just haymaker after haymaker after haymaker. Very comfortable first round for him. Went through it clean, crisp. So I gave him the first round. The second round, in my opinion, it looked like EK had taken a little off the gas from the first round. He still had a lot of fire. It just wasn't as much as his first. And B-Dot turned up, you know what I'm saying, his level of energy and productivity, man. So in the building, man, I had it 1-1 going into the third. Most people around me had it 1-1 going into the third. In the third round, man, y'all seen it on camera. If you were there in the building, you know that third round was magic in the building, man. And I don't know if you guys are gonna see this on camera. I have not watched the pay-per-view yet. I just got back, you know what I'm saying, home. So I've not watched the pay-per-view footage yet. But if you can see the look on the URL staff's faces when B-Dot was going through this third round, they looked like they seen a ghost. They looked like they was in a sunken place. I'm telling you, these dudes looked like they was so pissed off that B-Dot would go there, but that third round was necessary. That third round was very important to the West. That round is gonna have a ripple effect, and in my opinion, if it's not the greatest round that's ever been created, man, it's up there, my dude. I mean, especially when you talk about the West, like, he broke everything down in that round. Talked his shit, didn't pull no punches. That's what we need in battle rap, man. We need to have more rounds like that, bring up a constructive dialogue, because a lot of this stuff that he was talking about in there, man, is stuff that we really have to talk about. We got to talk about these things. You feel what I'm saying? So that shit was very dope, man. I fuck with it heavy, man. That shit was fire. Getting into Emerson Kennedy's third round. His third round, he took a angled approach, and you could feel it. You can understand it's coming from a real place. This, if you're looking for haymakers or bars, this is probably the lightest out of the three, but the substance was the highest out of the three. You feel what I'm saying? It was not beating B-Dot's third round at all. I don't think there was a round, maybe the whole night, that would have beat B-Dot's third. Like, that third round B-Dot spit was special. You get those rounds ever so often from people who take the time to go ahead and put that kind of attention to detail into it, but all in all, man, the battle is great. I've heard people who said they had Emerson Kennedy winning. I'm not mad at that. If you had him winning the first two rounds, I'm not mad. In the building, I called it B-Dot 2-1. I thought the third round just sealed the deal. Like, it was 1-1 to me going into the third, and his third round sealed the deal. Before EK had even rapped, everybody in the section I was in up front, every fan was like, battle's over. We hadn't even heard what Emerson was coming with, and people were like, you can't beat that round. Like, that round was unbeatable. So, you know, man, they gave us a very dope battle, man. For a surprise battle, man, they lived up and exceeded all expectations. This is, I'm not going to call it a classic. I will call this a great battle, though. By far, this is great. A great back and forth battle. They battled in this one. You know what I'm saying? I got to salute both of y'all for doing that, man. Y'all gave us a great battle, man. Real shit. Next battle, man, we had Danny Myers versus Gluezy. In this battle right here, I had Danny Myers 2-1. I have to go back and watch the footage to figure it out, but I do believe 2 of the rounds I had Danny winning. One of them, I think it was either the first or the second round. I think I had him clearly winning, and then the other 2 I kind of had a debate on. Gluezy was very dope in this, man. I mean, on a short week's notice, this was a fire Gluezy. I'm not gonna lie. For one week prep, that's fire. Danny, oh, you know, Danny Myers comes through. He always does this thing, man. So, all in all, man, this battle is dope as well. So, we are already 2 for 2 starting off, man. This was a great start to the night, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to both of y'all for doing your thing on that one. That was fire. Next battle will break down. We have Geechee Gotti versus Av. Me, personally, people are going to say I'm wildin'. I had called it Geechee Gotti 3-0. Edge. Not a clear 3-0, not some body bag, but an edge. I felt the first round, he edged the round. I felt the third round, he won clearly. And I felt the second round, he edged that round. Now, if somebody said they had Av winning the first, I'm not mad at Av winning the first round. I'm not mad at him winning the first round at all. I thought Geechee, I almost want to say clearly won the second, because I thought he was levels above Av in the second round, but I call it an edge because Av did still have dope material. Av's 2 best rounds to me were his first and his third. Those were his strongest rounds. Geechee, all 3 rounds was strong. So in my opinion, I called it a 30 piece. An edge, though, you know what I'm saying? It's a very close 30. Av was great, and if you want to give him a round, I have no problem with giving him a round, but giving him the battle is going to be very difficult to do, because in the building, man, maybe on camera y'all seen something differently, but in the building, Geechee was leaving Earth, man. This is the first time he's been on a big stage URL, you know, event in front of a big URL crowd, and everything he was doing was hitting. How he was controlling the crowd, how he was doing everything with the crowd was all landing and hitting. So in my opinion, man, I had Geechee Gotti with a 30. Either a 30, a close 30, like a debatable 30, or 2-1 clear, whichever one you want to go to. Geechee Gotti won the battle, and this battle probably was battle of the night, honestly. Geechee Gotti and Av, most of it probably was either them or Emerson Kennedy and Beat Out, one of the 2. But I would say Av and Geechee probably had the battle of the night at Traffic 3. So next battle we'll get into, man, is Ill Will and Shotgun Suge. This battle didn't live up to the expectation that people thought it would. Suge didn't look like his normal Suge self. He really wasn't in his top tier form. Still good, still, you know, solid to good, but it just wasn't the Suge we're accustomed to seeing. Ill Will wasn't really that great either, but he was better. So I gave the battle to Ill Will 2-1. I thought Ill Will just did a little bit more in the battle. He had, I think, his second round where his third round, Ill Will really started cooking in that round. Really started cooking. Crowd was receiving Ill Will a lot better than they were receiving Suge, which surprised me, because I felt like Suge was damn near basically having a home game. But that's how they ended up shaping up in the building. I had it Ill Will 2-1. Shout out to both of y'all, man. Next battle, let's see here where we at. We have Rum Nitty versus DNA. This is another battle, man, and this is actually, I'm going 2-1. Very overly clear, and 3-0. Like, you almost say 3-0 clear. The first round was close, but not close enough to give DNA the round, in my opinion. Nitty just showed levels. Like, DNA wasn't trash. He just wasn't as fire as Nitty. You understand what I'm saying? Like, Nitty was really cooking all 3 rounds. His punches were landing and all that. DNA he had a lot of filler moments, man. He has a lot of that time where he's just kind of rapping to get to a punch, but none of the shit he's rapping about has anything to do with the punch. He's just rapping to get to the punch. And that's a lot of dry, you know what I'm saying? That's a lot of dead air right there. A lot of dry spots right there, man. You know what I'm saying? You having 2, 3, 4 bar setups and you just, you know what I'm saying? So that being said, man, I did have Rum Nitty 2-1 clear, debatable 30. I lean towards the 30 personally. Again, if y'all want to give DNA a round, give him the first. The other 2 rounds were just not, that's not a conversation to have at all. I'm sorry. Let's see, so we've done B-Dot, Emerson Kennedy, we've done Danny Gluizzi, Geechee Ave, Rum and DNA, Suge and Ill Will. Let's go to JC versus T-Top. A lot of people felt JC was supposed to wash T-Top. A lot of people felt like, you know, it was gonna be JC's next body bag and then move to Lux. And this battle turned out completely outside of what some fans thought they was gonna see. T-Top clearly won this battle 2-1. The second round, I gave it to JC because I felt he was better in the second round. But, man, I'm going to say it like this. If you call this a 30 piece, if you say T-Top 30 JC, then in my opinion, this is how I would see it. You're basing that on his third round because T-Top's third round was so strong and so powerful that it makes you go back to that second round like, man, he took the second too. His third was just crazy. JC was not trash. He had 3 fire rounds. The crowd was not catching a lot of his shit. I think on camera this battle is going to be a lot closer. But in the building, man, the building was going crazy for T-Top. I mean, going crazy. He was one of the performers of the night. I mean, they were going crazy for T-Top. They were going crazy. So, my opinion on the battle, man, I listen, JC's in my top 3 all time. But I ain't gonna be a hater, and I'm damn sure gonna call this shit right down the fucking line. T-Top was fucking him up, was cooking that nigga, got him the fuck up out of there. And his third round was epic. That's an epic third round. We talk about the dance angle a lot. I always tell people if you're gonna use an old angle, you gotta make it more fire than anybody else who's done it, and he did it. He did it in a way that nobody else has done it to this point, so much love, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to T-Top for doing that, man. And JC, as far as he's concerned, like I said, it'll probably look better on camera for him. But I feel, honestly, right now for JC, he's taking too many battles, man. I never thought I'd say that because I've been watching him since he started, and he's always taken a lot of battles. But now that he's getting higher profile battles, he's not taking battles against a mid-tier and a bottom tier somewhere. Like, he's taking battles against the top competition. And your level of attention and your level of penmanship and material and, you know what I'm saying, performance, all of that, it has to be at a certain level to be able to compete with these dudes. This JC was not the JC we seen versus Chef Trez. This is not the JC we seen versus Chess or Rum Nitty or Immaculate. This was a lesser JC. Like, we just be real, this was not a good JC. He was fire. He had fire material, but based on his previous work, this was not this would be the worst JC out of the other 4 that I mentioned, and this is all this year. So, in my opinion, I believe JC needs to go ahead and take a seat. You know what I'm saying? Prepare yourself for Gnome. If that's the next look, get on Gnome, but don't do anything else. Prepare your ass off for Gnome. Get yourself a good opponent, and then get ready for Lux next year, man. They were already putting that out there. They want Lux and JC. That's my dream battle that I've had for years myself. So go ahead and take a Gnome battle and then sit. No more of you taking all these battles, man. It's starting to really hurt him and potentially make it hurt his stock if he took another loss like this. So, you know what I'm saying? We'll make sure we monitoring that and whatnot. But shout out to both of the Kings, man, for giving us a show nonetheless. Next battle, man, we got 2 battles left. So we got Diz and Rock. We're going to talk about that last, obviously. As a matter of fact, no. We're going to break down Disaster and Tay-Rock now because I don't want to go back to the other one later. So Tay-Rock 30, Disaster. I'm not, maybe the first round might have been a preference round for some people. That was Disaster's best round, was his first round. in my opinion, my preference was I loved Rock's first round over Diz's first round. And the other 2 rounds were so clear, it didn't even take a recap. It didn't take anything. It was Rock cleared 30 in this battle. Disaster just did not look like the Diz that battled Oxymoron. He didn't look like the Diz that we've seen battle DNA and others. This wasn't a good Disaster, just being honest, man. This was not a good Disaster, and it showed. And Tay-Rock wasn't great Tay-Rock, but Tay-Rock was still at a consistency that we all know him for. He stays at a consistent level, and you got to either match that shit or you got to exceed it. And he didn't match it, and he did not exceed it. So outside of the first round, there is no debate. Rock 2-1 clear or debatable 30, or preference 30, however you want to call it with that. But yeah, that's how the main event shaped up. It really wasn't the greatest of main event, but it is what it is, man. Shout out to both of y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about this next battle. I saved this one for last for a reason. Because here at West Coast Battle Media, we cover the West Coast artists. We gotta let the West region, not the West Coast, excuse me, the whole entire West, the Western Conference, we gotta let y'all know what's going on, man. Billy Boom versus Active. Now, I was told before this battle happened, I was approached, not gonna say by who, Nico, you gotta be in the building for this. Why do I need to be in the building? Mind you, I'm sitting outside, I'm relaxing, I'm chilling, I don't think there's battles going on, it's intermission. No, Nico, you gotta get up, you gotta come over here and watch this battle. Who's battling? Billy Boondocks and Active. Oh, they're battling? Oh, okay, cool. So I get up to go over here and watch this battle, and the first thing I hear before I even get into the venue, Smack calls this an intermission battle. Not a PG, not a tryout. No, this is intermission. This is just for shits and giggles. That's number one that stood out to me. Automatically off the bat. Man, hold on, I got notes on this shit. God damn it. Intermission battle. Let's start with that. I've never heard of this. This is the first intermission battle in the history of your battle rap period. Intermission, nigga? Smack. Hold on. Smack. You know what I'm saying? Smack. Media, Smack, Smack, Media, Smack. Intermission battle, nigga? Nigga? Intermission, nigga? The intermission, nigga? That's what you call this battle, nigga? I want my intermission back, nigga. This battle was terrible. But we're gonna talk about why it was terrible. And why it was also hilarious at the same time. So, I began to take some notes. We had a lot of OBCs, the Outdated Bar Commission. Yes, that it was all up and through push keys like Mozart. I'm pretty sure Cassidy said that back in like 2001 or 2002. Round like it's counterclockwise. Again, I'm pretty sure Cassidy or somebody else has said this before. My whole fam cooking like potlucks. Again, Outdated Bar. Fire, the way it was performed and delivered, but outdated is outdated. So that was Active. Those are the notes I took for Active. I really didn't have too much to nitpick on Active. You could tell that he was trying to form his material to go at Billy versus him trying to go at Capital, who ducked him on the day one card. So obviously you could tell he probably had to put some other rounds or other bars in there to kind of fill up to make it a competitive contest to go ahead and battle Billy. So, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Active. He hasn't been battling in a minute. He came back. Maybe it's just rust, you know what I'm saying? But he had some moments. Where you're like, oh, okay, that was fire. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, hopefully he, you know, comes back for another battle, man. I would love to see him get back in the ring and, you know, start getting back to cooking like how we remember him doing in the past. But let's talk about Billy Boondocks in his round. I took a lot of notes. There's a lot of notes here, people. A lot of notes. First of all, he comes out and the first thing he says is go to billyboondocks.com. Shameless plug. No problem. Shameless plug, no problem. He begins to start rapping and listen to me. We can talk about outdated bars. We can talk about trash niggas. I was in the building. Media. I was in the building for Billy Boondocks versus YD. You hear me? I was in the building for that shit. Y'all go check the battle out. Please check it out. Go on YouTube, type in Billy Boondocks versus YD. Click on the battle. Subscribe to the league it's on. Subscribe. He was fire. Billy Boondocks was fire. Fire, nigga. He was fire. No bullshit. No bullshit. I know some of y'all wondering, what the hell am I talking about? Billy Boondocks was fire in that battle. He was fire. That nigga was fire. But this shit? Let's talk about it. He has a few bars. Crowd's not rocking with him. I think he says a Stephen Curry bar. Gets the crowd back in his favor. Then he talks about 1.1 million views and I'm still not hot. Crowd says, no. No, you're not hot. You have 1.1 million views. What does it mean? What does that mean? The crowd says. The crowd is yelling this back at him. The crowd is very vicious towards Billy Boondocks. Very vicious. Then instead of saying different, it's dishrent. Dishrent. I know y'all heard that. Dishrent. I heard the shit. And then once he gets to a certain point of talking about his 1.1 million views, and he didn't like the way it was set up, he proceeds to say, I'm going to run it back. Run the whole entire, set of bars back, right? The crowd yells in unison, no. The crowd doesn't want him to run it back. The crowd was scared of this nigga running it back. They did not want this nigga to run anything back. Run bars back? Bars? No. They didn't want bars. They didn't want to hear about 1.1 million. I'm pretty sure the crowd could give you 1.1 million reasons why they did not want to hear the rest of that round you think you had going. They didn't want to hear the shit. Excuse me. Got me coughing over here. God damn it. I'm allergic to the fucking round. That shit was terrible. 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 You hear me? Terrible. Even a dog knows it's damn terrible. Sit down. Sit down. I know talking about trash upsets you, but sit down please for a second so I can talk about the trash. Let's go ahead and get into the next thing. They start to boo him during the battle and chant 3-0, 3-0, 3-0. I can't make this shit up. I cannot make this up. The crowd boos. Loud boos in unison. And starts chanting 3-0. Then, Billy tries to say 1.1 million views again. He tries to go back to the bar. Tries to go back. And the crowd boos him again. They boo him again. Boo! Ooh! Get him the fuck out of here! Then, excuse me, I'm talking about the trash. Can you please sit down? See, my dog does not want to even listen to this right now. The dog does not want to hear about the trash. I'm upsetting the dog by talking about this trash. Even the dog knows it was trash. The dog hasn't even seen it. Let's continue. Oh, there's more. Oh, this hilarity didn't stop there. Let's see here. The crowd booed him again when he tried to say 1.1 million views. He talked about how he killed Jay Money. The crowd in unison. Who is that? Who is this nigga? Smack. Who is this nigga? Who is that nigga? Crowd had no idea who he was. Had no idea. None. Mo Moolah battle wouldn't drop. The crowd says in unison, cause he ain't had 1.1 million views. Nigga, I've never in my life been a part of something this motherfucking hilarious in my fucking life. In my life, I have never witnessed something this fucking hilarious. Never a thing that's hilarious. Then the nigga gets over here and Smack starts to talk to Billy. They have a little interaction, a little interaction with each other, right? So Smack starts talking to Billy, looking frustrated, like, nigga, what are you doing? What are you doing, nigga? Nigga? The fuck are you doing, nigga? Nigga? You doing something, nigga? Nigga? You doing something, nigga? Nigga? You doing something, nigga? Is that what you doing? Smack, you and Smack getting into it with each other? You talking to the league owner like that, nigga? The league owner? Oh, it don't stop there. Oh, there's more. Oh, there's more. Oh, God. Oh, yes. The universe is good because there's more. Smack begins to tell the crowd to hold it down and let him get his shit off. Hold it down. Just hold it down. Let Billy Boondocks cook with whatever he prepared for us. The crowd refused. I heard niggas next to me say, no, get the fuck out of here, Smack. These niggas didn't want to hold it down. They didn't want to hold it down. Now, could it be because they don't like Billy Boondocks? Possibly. I don't know if everybody in there even knows who Billy Boondocks is. Could it be because they weren't pleased with what they seen from Active first, and then they just said, fuck this battle altogether? Could it be the first part of Billy's round where he's getting zero crowd reaction? He hasn't said anything fire yet? Could it be because of that? Maybe. But the crowd is refusing to hold it down. Oh, there's more. At a certain point of Billy going at it with Beasley and Smack, I'm going at it, looking like he's about to start throwing down, look like he's about to start throwing hands. The crowd begins to chant, na 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 na, na 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 na, hey, goodbye. All the extracurricular shit you just seen me doing, that's what niggas in the background were doing. No, where the couches and everything, y'all didn't see it on the pay-per-view, but y'all who was in the building, y'all know. The couches and all that shit, that's what they was doing. Nah, 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 that's what they was doing. Niggas waving their hands, nah, 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 hey, goodbye. These niggas was getting him the fuck out of there. They didn't want him there anymore. It gets worse. Oh, there's more. Yes, niggas, there's more. Billy proceeded. The crowd, after they chant the no, hey, goodbye, the crowd starts to chant 1.1. 1.1. Nigga, hey, yo, y'all don't understand how funny this shit is. I'm giving y'all the full breakdown. I shout out to the people who told me to stay and watch the battle because I was getting ready to leave. I was down, sitting down, chilling. I shout y'all out for telling me I needed to get up. Y'all knew something was about to happen, and I salute y'all for telling me. This shit was comedy, classic. Crowd is chanting 1.1, 1.1, 1.1. This shit is hilarious. Billy then gets on the mic. He parts the Red Sea of niggas who was standing in front of him, gets into the open view of the crowd, and says, you know, I done did a lot of shit from the West Coast, but not all of y'all up in here are real West Coast niggas. Anybody who wants it can run my fade outside right after this battle. So he calls out people, members of the audience for the fade. Oh, y'all thought it was done? No, there's more. Oh, there's more. Billy then tells the crowd, I'm a real West Coast nigga. All of y'all ain't. Oh, there's more. At a certain point of going back and forth, the crowd not allowing him to rap anymore. Was it disrespectful for the crowd to not allow him to rap and get his material off? Yes. Was it disrespectful to come with the round that you did, sir? Abso-fucking-lutely. The nerve. I'm not going there yet. At a certain point, the URL DJs begin to play loud music to signal that now we are in a real intermission. Intermission has started. And you would think this situation was done there. In the main event battle, Rock versus Disaster. I know I said the battle didn't live up to expectations, but I was just disappointed in Disaster's last 2 rounds. The battle, all in all, was a solid to good battle. You had a lot of moments in this battle. One of those moments, and I'm going to quote the crowd on this. Tay-Rock said something to the effect of, you know, you had your battle with Oxymoron and it had 5 million views or something like that, right? In the first week. Congrats or whatever. He had a bar. And then said something about, you know, you had this battle, but you couldn't get any views. The crowd in the main event of Tay-Rock versus Disaster begins to chant 1.1, 1.1 at the point where Disaster is busting up laughing. As is Tay-Rock, who's busting up laughing. Busting up laughing. Hilarity, because they were there. They were on the stage when it happened. Disaster was one of the ones who kind of tried to segue the whole situation and just throw the situation away. This shit got hilarious. The crowd wouldn't let the 1.1 go. 1.1 million views. If y'all could put that on a t-shirt, it'd sell like hotcakes. This nigga Billy Boondocks is smart. He's a smart nigga. Like I told you, I seen him versus YD. I seen the nigga versus YD. Fire! The nigga was fired. This was purposeful. Billy, I know. Billy, I know. I know, nigga. You did this on purpose, nigga. Oh, you did this shit on purpose, nigga. You done got all the niggas in the crowd talking about you. You found your way into the main event when you were not a part of the main event. You did this, nigga. You did this, nigga. I'm not gonna say anything about it. But what I will say is, since you chose to do what you did in this battle, these are the things that you can no longer say about battle rap leagues, in particular, URL, King of the Dot, and West Leagues that you battle on. You had an opportunity to show out and show the people what you showed us versus YD. You had the opportunity to do something great with your talents, and you chose to give us ass material, trash material, horrid material, terrible material, material that my dog could have wrote better than. You chose to do that. You chose to get this attention. You chose to do this. So now I am forced to tell you that your opportunities with URL and Smack, you should already know are over. Other leagues are going to think that you're messing around. You got on the biggest platform ever, on the biggest West Coast card ever, and this is what you decided to do to represent the West? This is what you decided to do. Regardless if you felt like you should have been able to get through your material or not, I don't believe that this was just like, it's almost like it's a game to you, sir. And I fuck with you, Billy. I fuck with you heavy. I've had you on the show many a time. Had interviews, all type of shit. I fuck with you, Billy. But this shit right here just came off very, very attention-whoring, if I could say it like that. Because I've seen you put in A-game work. And this was F- work. At best, F- work. Although you have people chanting 1.1 million and you have people's attention with this battle is never going to see the light of day. They've taken it off the pay-per-view from what I understand. Nobody is ever going to be able to see this shit. Ever. Ever. So hopefully whatever you got out of the venue was enough for you. Because that was terrible. It was hilarious. Funniest shit I ever seen in a battle rap event ever. Ever. But at what price were you willing to go ahead and do that? It is what it is, man. But that was the last battle we had. Those are all the battles. B-Dot, Emerson Kennedy, B-Dot 2-1. Danny and Gluezy, Danny 2-1. Geechee and Av, Geechee 2-1 or 3-0. Nitty versus DNA, Nitty 30 or 2-1 clear. Ill Will versus Shotgun Suge, Ill Will 2-1. Rock versus Diz, 30 piece or 2-1 clear. T-Top versus JC, 2-1. And then Active versus Billy, no winner. No winner. I mean, you say Active won because he actually got through a structured round, but I can't even qualify that as as a look because you made him look like a joke too by doing that, because now they're gonna associate him with what you did, the stunt you pulled. It is what it is. I'm not harping on it. It's entertainment nonetheless. Entertainment is what entertainment does. So I'm not gonna say anything to you about it, but that's the full recap of the event. Shout out to all the people who came out, man. I appreciate y'all coming out to an event. I would like to encourage everybody who was at the event, man. This is not the only event that we have here in the West Coast, man. We have a lot of events out here, man. In LA, LA Battlegrounds has events that they put on all throughout the year. The Riot LA puts out events all through the year, man. If you're from like the IE area, you know what I'm saying, the San Bernardinos, the Ontarios, Moreno Valley, so on and so forth, man. You got your IE Vols and Casual Conflicts. In San Diego, you have Shots Fired. I know there's a lot of other ones, PLK. I'm sorry if I'm skipping some of y'all, my fault. You know what I'm saying? PNR is also a league. AHAT, West Coasty leagues. You have a lot of prominent leagues, man. Feel free to come out and join us, man. You know what I'm saying? Be ready to talk that shit. Because a lot of these battlers that you've seen today, man, they battle on these cards, man. And we also have a lot of other dope MCs who battle on these leagues. We love to see y'all out there, man. But that's the full recap, in the building recap, I should say. And I appreciate everybody for taking the time, showing love, man. Shout out to all the vendors there. Hollow the Don was there with the LON clothing. Smack, Beasley, Chico, Norris for showing love, man. I appreciate y'all coming out here. Shout out to the Legend Clothing, local Legend Clothing. Shout out to the King Mitchell on that one too. Shout out to my bro Kato's Media who was out there, man. Dude has really been putting in great work, man. And he was doing his thing yesterday, man. So big salute to the bro. Yak, KG, Floss. You already know, everybody associated, man. Y'all did your thing, man. Appreciate y'all. And that's the full recap, man. West Coast Battle Media. We out of here, man.